Can you really capture 100 pips a day with this? Now in this video, what I want to do is I want to review this video that is produced by TraderNick. Okay, I want to see if his strategy is actually workable, and I want to give you some insights about whether you should be using this strategy. Okay, this video has gotten a lot of views, so I like to do review videos on this kind of videos that have gotten a lot of views, because it seems like you guys love it, or rather people who trade love this kind of videos. So without further ado, what I want to do is I want to start off this video by talking about a summary of what he's actually teaching in the video. Okay, I'm not going to assume that you already watched that video. So in a nutshell, the strategy that he's trying to teach you is something that I always talk about. Is actually trading the neckline of a chart pattern. Okay, in this case, the example that he gives over here is a head and shoulders pattern. So you have the left shoulder here, you have the head here, and then you have the right shoulder. So what he's just saying is that you want to trade the neckline of it. Okay, so it's a pretty elementary trading strategy, which if you have been a follower of our channel for some time, you will know that every single week when I look at the market outlook, I always talk about the chart patterns, I always talk about the trend, right? So this is a pretty elementary chart pattern, or rather an elementary trading strategy that you can use. Okay, but there are some issues with this way of trading which you probably will not realize until you actually do it. So that's what I would like to cover next. But before I do that, I want to just say that this video right here, I've taken the time to watch it. Okay, I can tell that it's very well thought of. Okay, he actually spends a lot of time. In fact, if you look at it, it's 17 minutes long. He actually spends a lot of time talking about the fundamentals. Okay, in this video, he actually takes the time to highlight, okay, this is a high, this is a low, this higher high, high low, and he talks about trends. Okay, this is very, very important. Okay, he's done a very good job in explaining the basics. Now, in my market outlook trading videos, I do this every single week as well. Every single currency pairs, I always look at the trend. So for example, if this is a low, this is a high, this is a higher low, and this is a higher high. Now, the reason why he does that and why I do that as well is because this is the fundamentals of trading. You need to be able to train your eyes to automatically identify such movements, meaning to say that you do not even think about it. The moment you pull up a chart, your first thing that you always look at is just the trend. Okay, you need to get to this level where you are looking at all these charts and your eyes are just so trained. You know, this is a high, this is a low, high, 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 low, high, high, this uptrend, this is low, high, lower, low, low, high, this is a downtrend. Okay, you need to get to that point. Okay, it takes time, but that's something that I really like about this video. He actually established the foundation which you need. Okay, not just for this particular trading strategy, but pretty much for anything. Okay, you need to identify the trend, then you need to trade with the trend. Okay, now with that being said, now I want to talk about why I don't recommend that you actually trade this strategy. Okay, so in this case, you can see right here that he's teaching the head and shoulders pattern. As I mentioned earlier, this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder. So what is a head and shoulders pattern? Now a head and shoulders pattern is actually a reversal pattern. Okay, so right here there's actually one example that I like to show you. Okay, right here, if we just to zoom in, you can see that there is a left shoulder right here. Okay, there is the head right here, and this is the right shoulder. Okay, so of course you have the neckline somewhere here, and you can see that price broke, retested, and then it started selling down. So previously price was going up, and then you have this distribution and reversal, and then finally price starts selling down. Okay, so it seems all good. Now the issue with a head and shoulders pattern is that it is a reversal pattern. So reversal patterns are difficult to nail, because you are trading so-called against the trend. You are predicting that the trend is going to end. Okay, now I've talked about this on this channel multiple times. Okay, I always say that you should be trading with the trend, not against the trend. So when you're trying to catch a reversal like this, okay, you are pretty much trying to catch the market top. You're trying to sell at the top and, you know, try to capture a new movement down. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Sell at the top or buy at the bottom. But here's the thing, reversals are very hard to nail. So what ends up happening is people end up, you know, they start selling. For example, they sell here, then price goes up. They sell here, and then price keeps going up. So this is not something that I recommend, okay, because it's against the trend. And I always say, if you are not profitable trading with the trend, then you have no business trading against the trend or trading reversal plays. Okay, you want to stick with the trend. So that's what I don't like about this strategy. Okay, but if you really want to use this strategy, what I recommend is that you trade with the trend using chart patterns. So let me see if I can find you an example. So let's say something like this, okay? So if at a glance right here, you can see that price is in an uptrend. You have a high here, you have a low, higher low, higher high, okay? So if you were to just pay attention to this zone right here, you can see that there's actually an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Okay, just switch over to the line chart. Okay, it's not very clear on the line chart, but let me just draw it out for you. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, and this is the right shoulder. Okay, this is the kind of place that I recommend you trade with the trend, but you trade using chart patterns. So if it's a bullish market environment, then you want to look for the inverted head and shoulders pattern, which is this, or you want to look for a double bottom, okay, within the context of a uptrend. Same thing for a downtrend. Let's say you want to sell, or let's say you do have a bearish market environment. At this point, this is the high, this is the low, lower high, lower low, right? So this is a bearish market environment. So over here, you can see that it's actually a double top pattern. So let me just draw it for you. This is the first top, this is the second top, okay? This is how you want to apply it. You want to apply it in the right context, okay? This is how I recommend that you trade this strategy, okay? If you really want to follow it, right? Trade with the trend. Don't trade against the trend. Don't try to catch market tops or bottoms. Now, lastly, before I end off this video, I want to address the question, because you see this one, he says that you can catch 100 pips a day. Now, before I do that, one thing that you have to know is that most of the currency pairs do not even move 100 pips a day. Okay, so let's look at the recent data. Okay, let's just look at today's data. This is euro pound. Okay, euro pound doesn't move that much. You can see right here that the RSI for euro pound right here is actually 56.37. If you just look here, okay, it's 56.37. That means that on any day, euro pound, or rather for the past 14 days, the average daily movement of euro pound is 56 pips. Okay, now euro pound is not the best example, because euro pound is just it's a currency that doesn't move much. But even if you look at, for example, euro dollar, you can see that euro dollar moves about 52.49 pips a day. So to say that you can make 100 pips using this strategy, I think it's a bit of an overstatement. Okay, but if let's say you're talking about taking multiple trades a day, maybe from you take 7 trades today, or you trade the lower time frame like the M15, and you go in and out, then probably you're able to get that kind of results. But I think from a single trade, right, from a single trade like this in a day, I don't think it's workable. In fact, this kind of patterns, specifically to the head and shoulders pattern, they don't occur that often, okay? Because remember, reversals don't occur most of the time. What happens is that market tends to trend, okay, something like that. Markets trend for a long time, and then after that it consolidates, and then after that, after consolidation, you get a reversal pattern, okay? Head and shoulders pattern don't occur every single day. So for that reason, you may not even get a trade every single day. Okay, maybe you trade the M15, you trade the H1, you might get signals every single day. But again, on this channel, I always say that you shouldn't be trading the lower time frame if you are new, right? Try to stick to the daily time frame, okay? In fact, I do have a free day trading guide for you. I will leave a link in the description down below. That's the best strategy that I recommend that you start off with if you are still struggling, because the daily time frame is the easiest to master, right? The daily time frame is the clearest compared to, the M15, which is really a lot of noise. You can see that the movement here, it's pretty messy. So there are a lot of issues with trading the lower time frame, which I've talked a lot about on this channel. But I don't want to do that here, because if not, this video is going to be very long. Okay, so that's all I have for you in this video, right? I hope you got a ton of value, right? Do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, right? Really appreciate if you would support the channel and hit the like button. If there's any other trading videos that you want me to review, something like this, okay, it doesn't have to be a video that has a lot of views. It can be just a video that you think is workable, is something that you like to try. Okay, please let us know first, because if there's anything that you should know, we want to record a video like this so that you go in with the right expectations. You do not go in thinking that, oh, it's going to be smooth sailing, or certain blind spots that you don't actually recognize that, we have the experience to share with you. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.